Hey guys, Trigger Happy John coming at you with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So today's video, what we're going to be talking about is going to be all about the Voidtower, do's, don'ts, composition that I used, and how far I made it. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we did clear the Voidtower. Now this is common, 100. This is not hard, this is not mythic. The reason why we're making this video is because, well, one, we unlocked multi-battle. So I'm going to talk about this in just a second. I actually cleared this on stream because I thought this was going to be a super quick composition. I didn't think that this would take a whole lot of time. I was mistaken, it did take a lot of time. But it's okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll the clip from Twitch when we did this on live on stream. I'm gonna go ahead and let it play out until the very end, and then at the very end, I'm gonna come in. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the gear comp, like what gear I had on my characters, what their stats were, so on and so forth. That way, if you'd like to replicate my results, you can do so, and you know it'll work on auto. So we will be right back. I have no clue what we're going to do here. I have no clue how this is going to pan out, but we have a healer, we have a water damage unit, we have a wind damage unit, and then we have a fire damage dealer. I feel like this is a bad call, but we're going to try. We're going to try this all the way to 100, guys. Let's see what we can get, see how far it goes until it fails. Take bets, see how far you guys think it's going to fail. Well, so we started this off as a meme. We, well, as you saw, because this obviously did not all get played on your screen, we didn't think that this team was going to work. By we, chat didn't have faith. I didn't have faith. But as you can see here, our results page, the same exact team, uninterrupted, no delays, no effort at all. Actually, there was some effort, I'm not gonna lie. I tried by watching and laughing a little bit. I honestly thought this was going to fail around this mark here. It did not fail. We made it all the way to floor 100 with the same team. Granted, yes, this is Voidtower normal, but by bringing one healer cleanser, a water element max DPS, a wood max DPS champion, and a fire max DPS champion, we have completed Voidtower 1 through 100 normal, which is awesome because it was all on auto. All I had to do was click and walk away. Granted, I didn't walk away. We actually did it on stream and it was successful. That's impressive. Now I should be able to go back and claim all my rewards and see what we got. Okay, so let's go back to normal. Get me out of there. Go back to normal. Voidtower normal completed. Rewards, all the rewards, guys. Oh yeah, that was nice. That auto function, definitely one of the best quality of life updates. Now, what I would love to see also is hey, every 25, maybe give out a different reward, and then that be a part of the auto battle. Because now that normal's done, we're completed, we can move on to Voidtower hard. But the problem with Voidtower hard is I did not complete it to 100, so I can't auto this one. So I'm going to have to manually go this and do this for 100 battles. It did take me approximately an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, an hour and 30 minutes to do, well, more like an hour and 35 minutes to do normal Voidtower, 1 through 100 with that comp. So it took some time. It definitely took a lot of effort. Not really. I mean, I hit go, but we'll dive into the gear and we'll look at it here in just a minute. All right. Well, as you saw, that did seem to work out pretty well. We had very little problems actually completing the Voidtower. It got a little dicey there at the end, right around the last 3 or 4 battles. It got a little dicey. We did start to lose a couple of main element damage dealers at the very end. You can definitely go back and watch the VOD if you're curious. But it was mostly the damage. Reason why they were falling off is because we were almost to floor 100, and it was just the opposite element that was killing them. So if, for example, if it was an all water floor, then Orakh was dying because he is fire affinity. So it was basically just the opposite element, and that's to be expected in comps like that. I was not expecting this to work well, but it did work well, and I'm going to take note of it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you exactly what my stats are on all my characters. That way, if you would like to try to replicate it, you can. And that way it'll give you a good idea of what you could shoot for and what possibilities you have. So let's go ahead and let's start off with Blackhorn. As you can see here, he is level 60. I do have his glyphs all the way done. His abilities are maxed out. His gear, I do have him in, he's got some Terra set gears. He's got one set of Raider set for speed. Nothing too precedent. Notice that, once again, you will notice the common theme on my champions. I don't take a lot of gear to 15 because I feel like it's a waste of resources. I really feel like to take equipment to 15, it has to be pretty special. It has to check all the boxes as far as gear goes. We'll make a video on it talking about like, hey, if you're going to if you're going to use your resources to push for gear equipment 15, these are the kind of the boxes that need to be check marked. So that way, it's worth pushing it that far. But yeah, as you see here, we have 5-star gear. We have, level 9, level 12 on this gear. We only have one 6-star piece of gear on Blackhorn. So he has a lot of potential to get a lot better stats. So let's go ahead and show the stats. Stat-wise, he's only at 21k HP. Defense is only 1500. Speed is 160. Kind of slow, to be honest. Focus is 23%. Resistance is a little high. I'm at 66% on the resist. But overall, he's not doing a whole lot, right? He's not these are not in-game be-all stats by any means. He is there just simply as just-in-case healer and cleanser. That is Blackhorn's role. If you were to take in a Rodira, it'd probably work just as well, to be honest with you. So that's Blackhorn. Now let's move on to my DPS. Now notice I did bring in 3 DPS, and I brought in 3 DPS of all the elements. So let's go ahead, and looks like Orakh is up first. So let's go ahead and talk about Orakh. As you can see here, glyph-wise, he is fully glyphed out. Ability-wise, he is maxed out. Gear-wise, notice again, how many stats do we have done here? Notice I don't have 15s. They are 6-star gear, though. I will say that. It's 6-star gear, and honestly, if I were to swap out one other piece of gear, he would have a revival set on him, which would be pretty cool. It'd be helpful. But this is literally just gear I found. I just rebuilt him the other day, and it wasn't like I really pushed that hard. And in this crit rate ring, isn't even that high, right? Your ring, if you have a good ring, you should always go to 15, usually first off with all your gear. But yeah, I mean, everything's level 12. It's 6-star gear. It's not even the perfect set. I got, one matching warrior set, and that's it. Stat wise, though, he is going to do some damage here. He's got 3,700 attack. I would like to have that more at 4K, but 3,700 worked fine. Crit rate was 102. We're just barely over crit cap, which is totally okay in my opinion, because I'd rather guarantee the crit versus be at 99. I definitely say he needs to crit, because when he does crit, then it turns his abilities into AoE abilities versus target abilities. It doesn't really turn them into it, so to speak. It's more of a splash damage, so definitely keep that in mind. It's not like he nukes everyone down. He nukes the first target, and then he splash damages the rest. Crit damage is at 232, which is respectable. It's not the highest. My Zatlux crit damage is like 280%, much higher than Orakh here. And so is Zatlux attack. But apples to apples, oranges to oranges. It's not the most in-game build by any means, and a lot of the gear I had on him stands for room for improvement. Also notice the speed, guys. He's only at 131 speed. Not that fast in all actuality. All right, moving on. We have Nathalia. Now, Nathalia, yeah, I did a little bit of work on her. We just geared her again on stream. As you can see here, her abilities are maxed. Her glyphs are maxed. Her gear is looking pretty good. Notice she doesn't have level 15 gear, but she does have curse set and warrior set. This is because, in my personal opinion, she really does need it. She definitely benefits from it. It definitely helps, especially when she procs her ultimate. And say she only hits one target, but then she procs her curse proc, gets to use her A1 again, and then hopefully that helps clean up whatever she got left behind. Stat wise, she's sitting fair. I would say she's a fair build. Attack's at 4K. a little over 4K, 4,100. Health is at 10,000. Defense is at 1,000. I'm trying to keep all my DPS around the defense rate of about 1,000 to 1,100. It seems like that is kind of the sweet spot for your damage dealers as far as defense goes. And HP, I would really love to see her a lot higher in HP. Honestly, this 10,000 is pretty pitiful. I would love to see her around the 12K, 13K HP area. But I'm sure if I were to upgrade some more of my ability or my gear up to 15 and throw it on her, she would probably come close to hitting that mark. Crit rate, we're 5% over 100, and that's okay. We'll go ahead and sacrifice that extra 5%. And crit damage is at 242, and I feel like that's part of the course. That's about average compared to most people. All right, last but not least, we have is Rickard. Now, Rickard, you can see he is not fully ascended. He's not maxed out. Glyph-wise, he is lacking as well. So notice he does not have his defense glyph here. So here are 2 defense glyphs, right? And he does not have his attack glyph here. And for those of you who say anything, yes, it would be helpful to have that on him because his A1 and A2 do scale off regular attack versus HP. But we have him built out purely as an HP champion because that's what his ultimate does. The reason why we have him in this composition is because it deals total true damage equal to 80% of this character's max health to all enemies. It takes forever to cycle through it because, yes, it is a 6-turn cooldown. I hate the cooldown on Rickard's ability. I wish we could make it go faster. Without bringing wind streaks in, you can't, and that's very unfortunate. But when it does proc, it does some damage, I tell you what. So let's go ahead and look at the gear, look at the stats. Gear-wise, notice that we have no set bonus. We literally have some broken stuff. Well, we have warrior set. That doesn't mean no good though. We don't care about attack on them. Once again, nothing is leveled to 15. So nothing on this comp has gear leveled to 15. And for the most part, it's 5 to 6 star gear, and it's not end all be all gear. I honestly don't even have a whole lot of that type of gear. I'm just now starting to really accumulate it as I'm going through and kind of filtering through my gear systems and upgrading everything, because honestly, gear is probably the biggest paywall. So I feel like that's why a lot of this is very important to kind of talk about. That's why I wanted to do the video on it, because a lot of people would just be excited to beat Voidtower 100 on normal. Like, you know, yes, I'm going to push for hard. I'm going to probably try that on Thursday night stream. So this video should come out Wednesday. So the day after this video comes out, we're probably going to push for hard because I've never done it. We will probably try that, and that'll take it'll take the whole stream, to be quite honest, to do it if I am able to complete it. But you know, gear wise, I'm probably going to run into some showstoppers on that because I don't have the end game gear, and I've been able to make it work. Keep in mind, this is not a race to the finish game. If you do that, you're going to get bored. You're going to lose incentive to play. You're just not going to enjoy it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's great. Dopamine is great, and you're rushing. You're going to complete this. You're going to complete this. But what happens when you get done? When you fully complete this, what are you going to do then? You know, you're kind of just going to twiddle your thumbs. You're going to get bored. So I definitely advise everybody, take your time. You know, don't necessarily wail out. I personally, yes, I spend money. I spend way too much money. I shouldn't spend nearly the money I do on this game. But take your time. You don't need to progress things super fast. And if anything, if you've watched any of my videos, everything that I've accomplished and all of this Awaken Chaos Era content so far, I've literally showed you that you don't have to have the best gear to progress. My free-to-play is progressing amazingly without the best gear, without very much investment into gear, to be honest. It's all about the synergy, and it's all about how you play the game. But let's get back to the topic of hand, and that's going to be Rickard's stats. As you see here, his stats, he's looking at about 2,400 HP. This is low. He should be at a hardy 26 to 27,000 HP to really do any type of damage, in my opinion. So I have epically failed my Rickard. Defense is decent at 1,500. I'm okay with that. Speed is super slow at 133. No crit rate because it doesn't matter. We're not looking for crit rate on him. Resistance is low. This is not a end all be all build of Rickard, like I was just explaining. And it wasn't needed. We beat Voidtower 100, and I think that's a good goal. When I beat Voidtower 100, I got quite a bit of Stardust. I got quite a bit of rewards, so let's go look at it real quick. We'll show you, what the rewards are for Voidtower 100. Not in this trial. Please don't do that. If we go back into the Voidtower and we say, you know what? Let's go Voidtower normal. the rewards. All those rewards, they're great. You know, we got some shards. We did shard pools. I pulled a third brand. That was really cool. We did get the special ancient summoning crystal. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this on stream for you guys, but I already pulled a brand tonight, so I'm guessing I'm not gonna get anything lucky here. But you know what? We'll try it. But those rewards themselves were very easy to get. As you saw from the stats on the characters, it wasn't like I was really brimming with stats. It wasn't like it was super impactful to the characters, so on and so forth. And my limited summons, I was at 750 before I started on Voidtower, and now I'm at 1,186. So that means, you know, I got a change of, what is that? 450-ish Stardust. Definitely helpful. We're almost to the point where we can do, well, we're just over to 10 times summons. So I would like to get, you know, as high as I can on these limited summons. I am not going to pull on these at all. This is a terrible one. It's 12 days left of this. So in, you know, 12, 13 days, we'll try, see what the limited summons are, and we'll go from there. Let's go ahead. Let's do a regular summon. Sorry, not a regular summon. Let's go pull our special summon piece. I have terrible odds on this, guys, and I can't even get to it because I can't get to my backpack. Whatever. I have yet to have anything that super succeeds on these summons. These ancient summoning crystals have been absolutely god awful for me. I highly recommend you don't spend money on them. I have pulled probably a total of 12 or 13 of these so far, and I think I've gotten 2 Legos out of them. That's not very good odds, in my opinion, when this is supposed to be just epic and legendary heroes, and our pools are very, very small for, well, epic and legendaries. So let's go see what we get. Let's pull it. You know, hopefully, maybe we'll get the dopamine. Maybe we'll get that extra legendary tonight. Maybe that'll be the dopamine that we really, really needed, that we were asking for, that we begged for. We didn't get it. We got a Rickard. Well, you know what? You know what this does for us, guys? With that Rickard, we can now go and we can go to our friend Rickard, Ricky Ricardo. He's missing 1 ascension. We can complete you, Rickard. Voila. Home. The Voidtower has recognized Rickard's strength and awarded me my last Rickard for Ascension, and he is now complete. Now the whole team is complete. Now all we need is all the Blackhorns to max him out, and boom, everyone will be max ascended in the composition for Voidtower 100 normal. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys got a good laugh out of it. At least enjoyed it watching it. You know, let me know down in the comments below. Did you beat Voidtower 100? Did you use the same comp? Did what I was doing with having a strong element DPS make sense to you? If not, ask questions, leave comments, join the Discord, ask questions in the Discord. Go watch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TriggerHappyJohn. Happy to answer any of your questions, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Peace.